Meanwhile, Lou Dobbs is talking about unite the right, rally goers, as if they're there like they're guys who like to hang out with each other.
Defense bill giving the military one of the biggest spending boosts in American history. Our top story tonight, the radical left militant group Antifa wreaking havoc over the weekend in Virginia and our nation's capital. In Charlottesville, Virginia, 40 white nationalists showed up for the Unite the Right to rally, but were largely outnumbered by Antifa thugs, some of whom had run-ins with police, physically attacked the media. A station from Raleigh, North Carolina had an audio cord sliced by the mob, and an NBC crew had their cameras smacked around by an angry Antifa thug, or activist if you prefer. In Washington, D.C., where the Antifa mob numbered around 200, they heavily outnumbered the 24 so-called white supremacists they were supposedly there to confront. They took their thuggery to, again, a new level, threatening to kill the president.
If it came down to it and it was a group effort, we'd have to do him like Gaddafi.
Like Gaddafi?
Yeah.
That was dope.
Hell yeah.
That was a great soundbite.
I like the idea, though, the so-called white supremacists. Like, you can't even say what they were.
No, you
They're
can't
like
even.
holding up signs with Nazi symbols and slogans on them, and like using the 14
So-called
words or
Nazi
So-called.
symbols and slogans, so-called signs.
I also like how he said WNBC. He's a really old school broadcaster there.
The idea that they would cut a cord, the mob got up there and they're like, let's get that guy. Okay, come on over here. Bring me the scissors. All right, now let's keep going. Pillage.
Yeah, it's very
mob cut the car.
situational where these people seem to care about the free press, right?
You know, if there had been 200 white supremacists and like 3 Antifa, the story would be like, clearly, people support the white supremacists and the Antifa. I mean, the way they characterize it is sort of fascinating.
Well, that's just their classic. Like, they had a big loss. Not only Antifa, but also just like a lot of people in D.C. stepped forward. In fact, the whole thing essentially turned into like an anti-Trump, anti-racism rally, which is great. And they had a major loss, and it was embarrassing. So what do when they can't try to bully and terrorize other people? They claim victimhood. That's what you always talk about with the right. They love to be victims. So that's everything that's emanated out of this weekend has been, we're the victims.